What's going on, everybody? You have the Raging Rob here. I just want to give an update of a lot of rallies coming up here in Michigan. A lot of good things are happening in Michigan. They're a lot rainy today. The weather's getting warmer, and the rallies are coming out a lot. I went to a good rally last Saturday. It was a triple rally. Yeah, it was the Save Our Seniors at 9 a.m. And then Antifa BLM did their thing. They had a rally for Anthony Hoolan, who was killed in Lansing police custody about a year ago. And they stood outside City Hall, about 70 of them. The Boogaloo Boys showed up. Don't know why, but they did. And Detroit Will Breathe made a statement on Twitter saying they're not welcome. Last time I checked, that is public property, and they don't need a welcome. I don't really care for the Boog. Not going to go too much in details, but, they are what they are. And then, as that was going on, at 2 p.m., we had a Stop Asian Hate rally across the street at the Capitol. They called it they called it Anti-Discrimination Asian Rally, or whatever it was. So it was a triple rally that happened Saturday at the Capitol. Two going on at the same time. So the Boogaloo Boys stayed about 45 minutes and they left. And then BLM Antifa, they left about 5:30. Walked north on Capitol Avenue, and that was that. So anyway, we got some more rallies coming up. This Saturday, April 10th, in Howell, we have a Liberty Freedom rally. A group called the Unmask Livingston County something is one of the organizers of this rally in Howell, at some park in Howell. I can't remember the name of the park. It's going to be at 11 a.m. Got some good speakers. Catherine Henry, federal attorney Catherine Henry, who is a thorn in the side of Gretchen Whitmer. Catherine Henry, I give her all the credit in the world. This woman, I don't know how she does it. She is amazing, okay? Love her to death, okay? She has stopped the, on April 30th of last year, she was inside the, Capitol with us. She was the one that helped us get the legislators to stop the emergency orders on April 30th of last year. As well as other things that she has done. She is amazing. She knows the law right down to the exact MCL number. She is like an encyclopedia in this shit. She has dedicated her soul to this shit. I don't know how she does it, but she spent hours and hours and hours, days on end, dedicating her soul to stopping this tyrant governor we have. So I give her all the credit in the world. She's one of the speakers on Saturday. We also got Mike Detmer. I think he's speaking. I think Mike Detmer's speaking. Maybe he's speaking at the other rally. But running for Congressional District 8 to take out Lisa Slotkin. I call her Slopkin. We got Pastor Bill Bolin from Floodgate Church. He's a really good guy. Hardcore constitutionalist. Refused to shut his church down, no matter what. Another hardcore patriot, as well as other speakers. So, and I think there's something going on Sunday. I'm not sure. Also on April 10th, there's a unmask rally going on in Granville. I'm probably not going to make that. But anyway, so on the 17th, there's a protest outside Royal Oak Beaumont Hospital. Royal Oak Beaumont has took the tyrant communism step and decided that if you want to go visit a patient inside the hospital, you need a vaccination. You need a vax card or whatever, proof that you had a vaccination. This is against the 4th Amendment, as well as other amendments like the 14th. And Royal Oak Beaumont Hospital. I don't know who's the decision maker of that, but obviously they are a Nazi. This is Nazism at its finest. So there's going to be a protest at Royal Oak Beaumont. April 24th, Million Man March Against Mask at Lansing at the Capitol. We're going to walk around the Capitol for a few hours. We're trying to get 1 million people going. I don't know if that's going to happen, but, we'll see. That's on April 24th. May 7th, we have a rally at the TCF Center in Detroit. This is for sure, this is where Mike Detmer is speaking. Also, Speaker Ryan Kelly, running for Michigan governor. Had a chance to meet Ryan. Very good man. Very good man. The media has really burnt this guy the last year. I'm not going to go into details why, but if you've seen him in the news, But he's kept his head up, and yeah. So Ryan Kelly's got my fucking vote. There's also another guy running for governor. I can't remember his name. 35-year-old from Grand Rapids. He's throwing his hat in. I can't remember his damn name. He's going to be a speaker on May 8th at a Second Amendment march in Marquette. Saturday, May 8th, there's a Second Amendment rally march in Marquette, Michigan, which is about 6.5 hour drive from where I live. But maybe I'll make the trip up there. I've only been in the UP like a handful of times, and I never made it past St. Ignace. I never been way up in the UP. I've never been that far up in the UP. The furthest I've been in the UP was St. Ignace. Let freedom ring. We got a lot of good stuff coming up. Also, Joe Biden has signed executive action today. He's going to address red flag laws, unconstitutional, violation of the Fourth Amendment, and Second and First Amendments. It's also a violation of the 10th Amendment. Something about so-called pistol assault rifles. The liars on mainstream media said that the Colorado shooter at the King, whatever the hell that is, grocery store, used the AR-15. That's not accurate. I think he used the AK-74. I'm not exactly sure. Executive action today also addresses they're putting new leaders in the ATF. So nothing about the so-called assault weapons ban yet. So just hold on to your dicks. Several states are doing their own thing against the federal government. That's what several states did with the marijuana issue. They just made their own laws and said, marijuana is legal in a state. And that's basically what we're going to have to do with the Second Amendment to keep our rights. When the federal government, acts out of control, wants to take our guns, the state's got to act. You could butt fuck the federal government more by, the state, by voting for people in the state. So. We got a lot of good stuff coming up, man. We now have, I think the latest state was Iowa. We now have 19 states that are now constitutional carry. Working on 20. I think Indiana's going to go for it. I think Iowa was the latest state to sign. 19 states now are constitutional carry. So, yeah, our guns ain't going anywhere. So don't worry about that. Speaking of Iowa, there was an incident today at the Iowa State Capitol. Some Black Lives Matter supporters were inside the building. I don't know the full details, but there was some kind of ruckus, and I think a couple of people were arrested. A rumor going on, I don't know if this is true, that a girl was arrested for asking the police officer for his badge number. I don't know. I'm just putting it out there. This is what's being said, so you can do your own research. Yeah, I've been to the Iowa State Capitol. I was there last June for a Black Lives Matter rally. Yeah, this was a couple of days after I think it was the next day. I left Minneapolis, Minnesota, because I spent 3 days in Minneapolis, Minnesota, doing videos at the end of May during all that shit that went on, and then I left. And I think it was the next. I want to say it was the next day. I was in Des Moines at the Iowa State Capitol. They had a Black Lives Matter rally there. So anyway, we got a lot of stuff going up. We got a lot of good stuff coming up in Michigan. Well, we also have a medical freedom rally coming up in June. I think the 17th or the 19th, something like that. Juneteenth or whatever they call it. This year's medical freedom rally. We also have another Second Amendment rally coming up in Lansing on September the 23rd or 4th. I think it's the 3rd, I believe. So last year's rally on the September 17th was pretty damn big. It was humongous. We're talking 600-700 strong. It was damn good. A lot of militia groups there, a lot of freedom fighters there. So I'm expecting this to be pretty damn big. So we got a lot of good stuff coming up in Michigan soon. So just stay tuned. It feels good to be a Michigander. I lived in Arizona for almost 10 years. And I moved back to Michigan, and I'm glad I'm back. So a lot of good stuff coming up. A lot of good patriots that I've met. A lot of high-profile people. So if I put your name out there, if I didn't put your name out there, forgive me. Yeah. This is Raging Rough.